Olivia, I have a favor to ask. Can you clean my room for me?
Huh? Are you coming home, Sophia?
You know that I'm pregnant, right? I'm planning to give birth in my hometown.
Have you told Mom about this? I don't think she mentioned anything about you coming home.
No, I haven't told her yet. I just decided a while ago.
I thought this wasn't your plan from what I remember.
Yeah, I never planned to give birth in my hometown, but I realized that where I live now is pretty close to my husband's parents' house. I don't want them to visit our house often to see the baby. It's tiring. I have a feeling that his mother is really excited about me having a baby.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand your situation now. I'll clean your room for you, but be sure to tell Mom about this as soon as possible.
Yep, I'm planning to text her later. Mom's still out working, isn't she?
Yeah. I think she'll be home by noon.
I'll text her when she finishes work then. By the way, when are you gonna get married and leave the house, Olivia?
Why would you ask?
You're single and you live with your parents. You don't even work for a company.
Well, that's true, but I depend on my parents for my living expenses. I'm capable of supporting myself with the money I earn.
Oh, I remember. You call yourself a cartoonist, don't you? Are you serious, Olivia? Do you think that's a decent job? You're 30 and you still haven't produced a hit cartoon. Stop relying too much on our parents.
I told you I'm not living off my parents. I earn my own living expenses myself. It's true that I sometimes depend on them to take care of my laundry, but I'm a full-grown adult looking after myself.
I'm married and even pregnant now. But look at you, Olivia. I bet Mom and Dad are disappointed in you.
Seriously, Sophia? How am I a disappointment when there's you? Do you understand how much trouble you've caused our parents? Quitting your job and asking them for money? And I heard you still ask them to send you money even though you're already married.
I'm contributing to the aging society by giving birth. And I'm giving birth to their grandson, who they always hoped to have. I thought you were also happy about me getting pregnant because you no longer would be pressured about getting married.
I'm looking forward to meeting your baby too.
Right? The truth might hurt, but it's clear that I'm the better daughter. To be honest, I don't think my jobless sister is in the position to criticize me.
How many times do I have to tell you that I have a job?
Okay. I guess you're pretty delusional.
Just leave me alone. If you're gonna make fun of me, I won't clean your room. I've lost all my motivation to do anything for you.
Are you seriously going to make your pregnant sister clean the room? Wow. I never knew that my sister was such a terrible person.
If you want me to clean your room for you, shut your mouth and stop saying nasty things about me.
I'm just worried about you, sis. You should really stop relying on your parents too much. Trust me. Our parents are also aging, all right?
Says you. I honestly think you should be worried about yourself more than me.
Oh my goodness. Stop being jealous of me just because I'm married and you're not. Be sure to clean my room, okay? I'll text Mom about me coming home later. If you can't even complete this task, you're completely useless in the household, sis. Hey, Olivia, can you get me some ice cream and jelly? Oh, and also get me 2 pieces of strawberry cake from the new pastry.
All right. But isn't that too much? I saw you drinking some juice and eating snacks before I left.
I can't help it. I need to feed both myself and the baby.
You eat twice the amount we eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well, Sophia. I think you're eating too much.
You're annoying me. Just give me what I ask. Respect the pregnant lady. Follow her orders.
I've never been pregnant, so I'm not sure, but I thought you weren't supposed to consume too much sugar and carbs when you're pregnant. I've heard that it results in high blood pressure.
It's fine. I'm perfectly healthy. Stop with all the nonsense. You don't understand what it's like to be pregnant. It's my body and I know the best about it.
All right. I'll get what you asked for, but be sure to pay me back later, okay?
Huh? You're gonna make me pay?
Of course. You always ask me and Mom to get stuff for you. But do you know that it costs us more than $30 every time we go shopping for you? Imagine how much it costs us monthly if you make us go shopping every single day.
Why do you have to make it sound like a big deal?
It is a big deal. It's a huge expense, Sophia. Didn't Mom tell you when you came home? I'm pretty sure she told you that we'll provide you with your basic needs and living expenses, but you'll have to pay on your own if you need anything else.
I can't believe it! Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious, and Mom's also serious about this. When my friend came home to give birth in her hometown, I heard she prepared all the money beforehand.
That's ridiculous. Why would I have to pay when I'm at my parents' house? It's the parents' duty to take care of their children. You have a weird friend, Olivia.
It's not like we're asking you to pay for all your living expenses. We want to support you as much as we can, Sophia. We're just asking you to pay on your own when you need anything that's not part of your basic living needs.
But snacks and sweets are part of my basic needs too. I'm not asking for much.
Think about the large amount you eat on a daily basis. You eat several packages at once. Ask us to get you sweets from famous patisseries, and even make us get expensive stretch mark creams. Why would we have to get these for you all the time? Why do we have to pay for all these things you ask us to get?
I'm staying at my parents' house. My family can pay for me while I'm here.
Sophia, you have to understand that our parents don't have an infinite amount of money. Plus, Mom is helping you prepare with the baby equipment. I think you're asking for too much.
You're so annoying. My jobless sisters shouldn't have the right to interfere in my business. The money you're using to buy my snacks are not even your money. Stop pretending like you're paying when it's all of our parents' money. You're being arrogant, you know that?
It's my money. I earned them myself.
Oh, I get it now. You're pissed because you can only earn a teeny tiny amount of money on your own.
Of course not. I'm telling you again, but I'm not going to buy all of your sweets if you're not going to pay me back later.
Okay. I'll pay.
Are you serious?
Stop annoying me and just do what I tell you. Be a useful sister. It's the least you can do for your family.
Sophia...
Oh, you're making me feel tired. My stay would have been better if you didn't annoy me so much. If only you weren't here. So lucky to have nice parents. I love them so much.
You shouldn't think that they'll always be nice to you.
Huh? Why would she be harsh to her daughter, who would soon be the mother of her grandson?
You're the one who thinks that way, Sophia.
Stop talking nonsense. I bet you're scared that Mom and Dad would only love me in the future. I wonder how many days are left until you're kicked out of the house.
That's not what I'm talking about. It makes me think that it's impossible to have a proper conversation with you at this point.
Stop acting dumb. You just want to ignore reality. I get it. You can't accept the difference between us sisters. One married and one jobless, living off their parents.
Let's end it here. I don't think I can have a conversation with you anymore.
Whatever. But don't forget to get me what I asked you earlier. I have to prepare for giving birth to my baby. Just do what I say, jobless single sis. Enjoying your vacation, Olivia?
Vacation? I'm on a business trip right now.
How can you be on a business trip when you're jobless? Stop making up ridiculous stories.
I'm only telling the truth.
Oh, poor Olivia. You're 30 but still delusional. I decided to treat you harsher so that you can face reality. You no longer have a room when you get home from your trip.
Huh? What do you mean?
I moved all your stuff into the garage. A jobless person like you doesn't deserve a room.
Did you move all of my stuff alone with your big belly? I don't think Mom would help you.
Of course I didn't. That's ridiculous. My husband did all the work for me.
Your husband?
Yep, I asked him to quit his job and come live with me. My husband and I would be living in our parents' house from now on. So, get out of the house, jobless single sis.
Okay. Was this your plan all along? To kick me out of the house?
Maybe. Who cares? I guess your annoying attitude made me want to kick you out. Even though you're jobless and not in a position to criticize me, you kept bothering me. I feel sorry for you losing your home, but it's your fault, Olivia.
Just because I'm kicked out of my parents' house doesn't mean that I don't have a new house to live in. Bought a room in a high floor of a condominium, so don't worry.
Huh? Condominium? How come? A jobless single woman like you? Stop being ridiculous. You're crazy. You've lost your mind, sis.
It's you who's crazy. I bet you haven't told Mom about it yet, right?
Yeah, now that your room's open, there would be enough rooms for me and my husband as well as our baby. I bet Mom would be happy. I guess she'll even thank me. I successfully kicked out her jobless daughter after all.
You're really crazy, Sophia. You have no idea.
It's you who have no idea. You're a jobless, middle-aged woman living off of her parents, contributing nothing to society. I'm telling you beforehand that I won't even help you if you beg me to. Stop bothering our family. Don't you ever come back. Sis? Why aren't you answering my calls? I've called you so many times since last night.
I had a party to attend last night, so I was quite busy.
Mom was so angry that I kicked you out. She didn't want me to move in with my husband. She also told me that we were renting this house. I always thought we owned it.
Yep, we don't own the house.
Is it true that you were paying the rent?
Yep, that's true too.
And you're a professional cartoonist?
Yep.
So you're really moving into the condominium?
I never lied to you, Sophia.
You never told me! I never knew you were actually making money by being a cartoonist.
I told you I was earning enough money to support myself. Plus, I've always said that I draw cartoons for a living.
I didn't think you were a professional who earned a lot of money. You could have told me if you were a pro. Hey, what's your pen name?
I'm not telling you.
Why? Let me brag about having a famous cartoonist in my family.
That's the reason why I don't want to tell you. First of all, I don't understand why I have to tell you, who's been so rude to me all this time.
It's because I didn't know. I wanted to ask you, is it true that Mom and Dad are also moving into the condominium soon?
They're moving after you give birth and leave the house. We're selling the house as well.
Oh, I see. Then, I guess my husband and I will also join you in the condominium.
Huh? Why would you think so?
My husband quit his job and came to live with us. He agreed to look after our parents when they're older and need extra care. In that case, we should be allowed to live with you, right?
You're talking nonsense, Sophia. The condominium is not our parents' house. It's my house, and I'm the owner. I invited Mom and Dad to live with me, but you're not invited. It's my house, and there's no room for you two.
You can't do this to us. Olivia! We won't have a house to live in.
Isn't it you and your husband's fault for deciding without asking us? Our parents never asked your husband to quit his job and come live with them. You should have discussed it with us in the first place.
It's because I always thought that we owned that house.
But that doesn't change how selfish you are. And it's none of my business. Our parents and I don't think we can help you at this point.
Our baby is almost born. You know that, right?
So what?
So what are we gonna do if we don't have a house after our baby is born?
You can still stay at our old house for a month after you give birth. There's plenty of time to find a new house.
We don't have money.
Huh? But your husband quit his job, right? I thought you two had some savings.
We never really saved money.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe he decided to quit his job when you two have no savings at all. You two really plan to rely on our parents, huh? You've been making fun of me all this time, calling me a jobless, middle-aged woman living off of our parents. But turns out that you were the one living off of them.
I'm so sorry, Olivia. Please let us live in your condominium.
I don't think I can accept that.
We have a baby. It's your nephew, Olivia. You have to allow us to live with you for his sake.
If you really wish for the best for your son, you two should work hard and become his role models. Stop relying on me.
I promise I won't make fun of you anymore. I'll help with the housework and also your job too.
I have enough assistants who would perfectly complete what I told them to do. There's nothing you can do to help me with my job.
The baby can help when you're drawing young characters. You can see him grow with your own eyes.
I do want to be by his side as he grows up. And I also understand that he's not to be blamed for this matter.
Right. Please let us move in with you for your nephew's sake.
But that's a different story. I don't really want to, but I'll prepare you some money as a way to congratulate his birth. That's the first and last thing I can do for my nephew. Use the money wisely and prepare for your new life.
No! I want to live in the condominium too, with Mom and Dad!
Did Mom and Dad accept that request?
No. They told me they've done enough for me.
That's the answer, Sophia. You've always asked them for money, even after you got a job and got married.
It was hard to make ends meet.
But you never thanked them or gave them anything in return. And what's worse, you were trying to depend on them financially with your husband. It's not like his company went bankrupt or he fell sick, but you still decided to rely on our parents. I heard your husband was planning to get a part-time job.
I wanted him to have enough time to look after the baby with me.
Salary from his part-time job cover all your living expenses? Weren't you planning to ask our parents for money? Your husband could have been able to look after the baby even if he was out working. And I think it's the parents' duty to earn money for their child. You two don't even have any savings. Now is the time when you two have to work extra hard.
I'll make sure my husband gets a stable job. So can we live with you now? We'll try not to bother you, Olivia.
You're still asking me to let you two live with us?
Please. I want to look after him properly. And I think it's best if he can grow up in a good environment.
You can't live with us, Sophia.
Olivia, I'm so sorry. I apologize for making fun of you, and I regret everything I did to you. So please help us. Without you, we'll have nothing left. No house, no money.
I won't help you even if you beg me to. Stop bothering our family. Don't you ever come back. Wasn't it you who said this to me?
I'm so sorry. I beg you for forgiveness, Olivia. It was all my fault.
You don't have to apologize. I won't be looking after you anyways. I won't bother you, so don't bother me. Don't come begging me for help. One last thing. You no longer have a home to come back to. My sister continuously begged to let them live with us in the condominium, crying a flood of tears. But my parents and I never approved. My sister and her husband gave up and started finding their new home. She successfully gave birth to her baby, and after a month of staying at our old house, my sister and her husband moved into an apartment which they were able to find after a long search. Our parents decided not to meet my sister, her husband, and their grandson until they were able to support themselves on their own financially. So I think my sister spent very busy days finishing all the housework while she also took care of the baby. I sometimes thought that I might have been too harsh on her, but my parents had a firm attitude about the decision they made. Considering how spoiled my sister was until now, her husband successfully found a job, and she told us that they were finally able to live together as a family after a year. My sister had to learn to tighten her belt, and she no longer asked our parents for money when she contacted them. She also apologized to me and our parents. It turns out that her husband's family also refused to help them financially, and her family seemed to have spent a really harsh year. Now that she has experience living under harsh conditions, she said she realized how much trouble she had been causing to her surroundings. She had made fun of me and even took out my stuff out of my room without my consent in the past. So I don't think I can develop a good relationship with her. But seeing her work hard as a mother made me want to wish the best of luck for her and her family. I guess I'm no different from my parents who still cherish her. Humans are capable of changing. It's hard and requires a lot of hard work, but we can always fix our mistakes. I won't be providing her with any financial support, but I'm planning to send my nephew a birthday present next year. Nothing can change the fact that he's my nephew, and he's not to be blamed for the incident. The relationship between me and my sister cannot be fixed, but I would always hope for the best for my nephew.